Alright, y'all boys, what up, man? It's Oreo Reviews. We back in here with another video. Two things. Starting off again, it's hotter than a bitch. AC on, it's gonna stay on for the time being. For some videos, you know, like here and there, whatever. You know, it's cool. We'll turn off whatever. But I mean, if it is like a big ass like issue or whatever, y'all can let me know and you know, yeah. But if not, if y'all can rock with it, then it is what it is. Two, I'm sorry I missed last week's episode 5 of Into the Badlands. That was where I was working on my Mortal Kombat custom with you guys. That's my most recent video, so if you guys want to see that and learn more about my customs, commissions, prints, all of that, you guys can watch that video. Make sure y'all follow me on all of my social medias. I'll leave all the links in the description as usual. Got that shit out the way. Season finale, or can somebody please clarify this with me in the comments, because last week, which I really wanted to do my review last week, but like I said, I just ended up being hella busy, because normally with like Into the Badlands or shit like this where I like review a show weekly, I don't want to like wait longer than that day after. That's the reason why I didn't why I'm not reviewing Cloak and Dagger, Marvel, the Marvel joint. That shit, y'all watch that shit. That shit's fucking heat. But that's why I'm not reviewing that, and I'll probably just wait for the season to be over with to do like a full like season review and talk about that type of shit. But yeah, like I usually don't like waiting like longer than that, like one day to review the episode. That's why I didn't do it. It was a good episode and all that, but I mean that's kind of been the thing with this show. But what I was about to say, yeah, can somebody explain to me in the comments this whole shit with Into the Badlands? Because it initially came out that this season was supposed to be 16 episodes, yet last week at the end, when how at the end of the episodes they do their preview for next season, they kept saying like tune into the season finale, and so I'm thinking like, what the fuck, like this shit damn near shorter than season 1. Technically it'd be the same length because season 1 was 6 episodes. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so I'm thinking like I might have misheard something or something like that, and it's like they mean like a mid-season finale, just like how the Flash, they went on break. All the CW Fox shows and all of that, like they all went on like break. Like mid-season finales are like a thing or whatever, cool. So they just gonna be on a break for a little bit for whatever reason, and then come back and finish the season. So I'm guessing right now it would be the world tour, right? But they kept saying like there's a difference, a season finale, a season finale and a series finale. So I don't know. I'm assuming this episode was the last. Like I'm assuming it's in reality a mid-season finale. I don't know, but let me know. Like they also kind of ended it off on like a couple like cliffhangers. So it's like, in all honesty, the way they set it up, this could be a continuation. Like they could continue season 3 with this storyline, or they could start a whole new season. But anyway, pretty much is the culmination of majority of what we have seen throughout this season so far, and everything leading up to everything. We see, I guess, the start. Like we don't really see the end of the big war going on between Widow and Chow and her squad and Captain Hook and all of them. Like we see that pop off. So I'm gonna try to make this review short, but cause I got some shit to work on. But yeah, and so this fight scenes, bro, these shits was hitting like this week. Again, they be hitting like every week, but like this week I thought was hella good. Like we see the Widow and old boy Mulan nigga, fucking CHANG. I'ma just call him CHANG. I know like racism, I get it, but I cannot think of his name. The Widow, the OG nigga from back in the day who was fucking on Widow, or he liked her and all that type of shit, but they from different clans and all that type of shit. We see they end up smashing, you know, cause he, you know, that's cool. We saw that coming. They smash or whatever, and then they go in to fight. Is those two Widow Chang, Tilda and her clique, and Captain Hook. Well, not Captain Hook. He did his own shit. But they go to take down Chow. So the whole plan was, we'll send these goons or whatever. We'll send Lydia, I believe is her actual name. You know, Quinn's first hoe got cheated on by the other bitch that died. Her, I believe, Lydia, right? Her and Captain Hook, they smashed too, so they got that out the way. Cool. Their whole plan was, we gonna go to like the front lines and shit and like take out them motherfuckers, while Widow and Chang and them sneak in from the cut, like try to hit them niggas like head on from they, you know, little castle shit, and we gonna catch them niggas by surprise, right? And so Captain Hook and Lydia or whatever, they out there doing they shit. This nigga Hook, he out here fucking, you know, fucking slicing niggas up. You know, like he catching bodies, like he looking like a real deal war hero out here and shit. Some motherfucker, boom, got his ass in the shoulder with an arrow. You know, he about to die and shit. You know, ultimately the bitch Lydia save him, arrow to the nigga head. They get on up out of there. It's found out when they had the safety, they pretty much took over that whole shit. Pretty much, they got the upper hand on Chow there, mostly, like pretty much, yeah. When Hook and Lydia, when they get, you know, to like safety and all that type of shit, Hook realizes like that bitch, like she dying pretty much, right? Like they talking and shit, and Lydia, she telling him like, yo, we doing this shit, blah 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 blah. She pass out or she fall out and shit like that. Like she's still breathing, she alive, talking all that type of shit, but she's dying because they find she got her shit slit somewhere, like she got stabbed or whatever. And so that's where they left the episode off. So it leads you to believe that she's dead as fuck. Getting on to, you know, Widow and them, they slide in through the front. Them motherfuckers was prepared. They had a lot of motherfuckers out there. They was about to light that bitch up with some fucking arrows, these assassin motherfuckers. And they fucking, you know, boom, fire them shits. The Widow about to be clapped like a motherfucker. Right before they get, like, they, like, how can I position myself? They, like, right here. Can y'all see my finger? You can't. Like, this is my finger. Go up about, like, 5 inches. And these arrows is like about 5, 6, 7 inches away from like this bitch. I'm talking about like they coming from all over. Like they got the harpoon snipers just fucking, and like them motherfuckers is about to be in our ass, right? They all is like hella close to her body and shit, and they just magically stop, right? And the Widow, she looking around, it's like, oh, what the fuck? I really like G shit. I'm not even bullshitting. I thought that was because, you know, that whole like she used to have the gift and all that type of shit. I real deal thought she was like a speedster, like it was being like speed was like her shit. That's what I initially thought. But then like at the beginning we see the monk hoe that trained I'm sweating, bro, fuck. But we see the monk bitch that trained, you know, MK in season 2, that little bitch. And she ended up like training Badgie and all that shit back in the day. She pop up and saved the day, and she the reason why all the arrows stopped, and they actually reversed and killed all them motherfuckers and killed Chow. And so she told the Widow, she was like, hey bitch, we got bigger shit to do than this. Actually Chow wasn't dead, but she was like, we got bigger shit to do than this, let's roll. And so that's it with that. Got that out the way. Sonny and Badgie, they, you know, walking with Henry, going to meet Pilgrim to get Henry saved. They end up in Pilgrim's, you know, little shit. MK see them. He like, listen, nigga. Well, he didn't say, you know, that, but he was like, cause, you know, Sonny had Henry like in his hands and shit, and Sonny was like, hey nigga, he, you know, being cordial and shit. Like, this Henry, my nigga, like, what's up? You wanna, you know, say hi to, you know, your little, you know, nephew, whatever the fuck you would say. Sonny and MK kind of like were like father, son, brothers, whatever. You know, like, hey, you wanna, you know, chop it up with the little nigga? And MK was just like, he wasn't having that shit. He was like, give that nigga the baby, Badgie. And he's like, get that nigga the baby. And Badgie was like, yeah, bro, just give me that shit, bro, give me that shit. He about to fucking pop off. Gave that nigga the baby. MK, he run up on Sonny. That nigga tried to come at the fucking goat. That's why he fucked up. So he trying to go after Sonny and shit, right? Sonny whooping this nigga ass, cause you know MK ain't shit, right? Like he, you know, been getting trained and all that, but he really be, you know, hide behind the fucking, you know, darkness and shit. But anyway, Sonny was handling his ass, and then, you know, Sonny was like, bro, I don't want to hurt you, fam. I ain't trying to whoop your ass. I thought shit was cool. He was like, you ain't gonna hurt me, bitch. Went dark, beat the shit out of Sonny, damn near killed him. Was going to, until Pilgrim, you know, boom, controlled them, stopped them, all that type of shit. Pilgrim is telling Sonny, like, you're the catalyst and all that shit. We've seen this in the prior episodes. And he's like, you need to, you know, open up this shit so that ultimately he can, you know, have all of the darkness in him and control him and do all of that type of shit, right? So Sonny figures, okay, this the only way I can help my son at this point. Badgie is trying to tell this nigga, don't do that shit, don't do that shit. Them niggas is finna control all that shit. All these, they finna turn out all these fucking kids, right? Sonny say, fuck that, I'm trying to save my kid. He did it anyway. And, you know, Sonny was like, after he heals him, he was like, yo, thank you, fam. My nigga, you know, he's cured. And, you know, that's when fucking T-Pain was like, I've been calling the Pilgrim this whole time. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. But T-Pain was like, nah, nigga, thank you. And then we see he went full black, fucking like full black, thick ass, fucking, you know, veins in his face and all that shit. Like, he took all that shit. And they end off pretty much like on there. So like I said, I kind of, you know, I had to rush through this, kind of get done as quick as I could. But that's pretty much it for this season finale and whatnot of Into the Badlands. This was episode 6. Yeah, I want to say this was episode 6, man. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode in the comments below. I definitely thought it was a cool episode, really dope shit. Like I said, fight scenes in it were dope, where Widow, she beat the shit, she murked the black dude, fucking Child's Regent, killed that shit, killed that motherfucker, killed his ass. And so yeah, any other like reviews of shows or whatever you guys want to see me talk about or whatever, let me know that in the comments. You know, whether it be thoughts on like the Netflix like Marvel shows, like videos on those, or you know, whatever the case may be, man, just let me know in the comments. Again, it's been Oreo Reviews, new videos all week, every week. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. We out.